This is the next stage in my quest to crochet as many different spiders as I possibly can. Today we are going to be making this cute little jumping spider. Apparently making spiders is just a thing that I do. These guys were actually featured in a video from earlier this year, my frog or finish, I think I called it, video. I'll also put a link for that down in the description if you're interested. But a few of you said that you wanted to see these guys, and well, here they are. So if you'd like to make your own, go and grab your hooks and let's get started. To make a little jumping spider, you're going to need a 3.5mm hook, scissors, stitch markers, a needle, pins, some stuffing, a pair of 12mm safety eyes, as well as a pair of 9mm safety eyes, and 8-ply yarn in 2 colours. We're going to start off by making the headpiece, and then the headpiece later on is going to be crocheted into the body piece to make those one. The headpiece starts off with 6 single crochet in a magic circle for round 1. Close up. Round 2 is 6 increases, and an increase is just 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Round 3 is 3 single crochet. And 3, and then we're going to do 3 increases in a row. So first increase, in the next stitch we're going to do our second increase, and then after that our third increase. And then we're going to repeat that entire pattern again. We're going to do 3 single crochet and finish with 3 more increases. Round 4 is 2 single crochet and an increase repeated 6 times. At the end of round 4, we should have 24 stitches total in our round, and then rounds 5, 6 and 7 are each going to be 24 single crochet. Once you finish round 7, you'll just need to cut a short yarn tail, because as I said before, we're going to be crocheting this into the body piece. Just pull up with your hook, set that aside, and then we're going to go on and crochet the body. Round 1 of the body is 6 single crochet in a magic circle. Round 2 is 6 increases. Round 3 is 1 single crochet, 1 increase repeated 6 times. Round 4 is 2 single crochet and an increase repeated 6 times. Round 5 is 3 single crochet and an increase repeated 6 times. At the end of round 5, you should have 30 stitches in your round, and then round 6 is just going to be 30 single crochet. Round 7 is 4 single crochet and an increase repeated 6 times. Both rounds 8 and 9 are 36 single crochet. Round 10 is 4 single crochet and a decrease repeated 6 times. In round 11, we're going to be joining our head and body pieces together. And to make this step a little bit easier, I'm going to be breaking the written pattern down into parts A, B, and C. So down the bottom here, that'll be broken up. Quick interruption, I just realized I didn't delete my original notes after I'd updated this pattern. Nothing major, we just aren't going to be breaking round 11 down into parts A, B, and C because I got rid of all of that, and instead round 11 is just the 6 joining single crochet. We'll begin by bringing in our headpiece, and we're going to line up stitch number 4 of the head with the next stitch, or what will be stitch number 1 of the next round in our body piece. So we finished off our headpiece here, that's our last stitch. We're going to count out to stitch 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need a visual reference, just pop a stitch marker into that. And we're going to line up that stitch number 4 with the next stitch that we need to work into in our body piece, which is stitch 1. I'll line those two up and I can take that out now. We're going to go into our headpiece first. We're going to work into stitch number 4. And from here, we're going to go straight into the stitch in the body piece, stitch 1. Straight into there. And then we're going to single crochet, joining the two together. We're going to join these two pieces for 6 single crochet or 6 stitches in total. So we'll go into the next stitch in the head, which in this case we're actually working backwards, so this should be stitch number 3 of the head. We're going to go into stitch 2 of the body piece, single crochet, the next stitch down into the head, then into the body piece, single crochet, that's 3. Then again for 4. I'm just going to move this little tail end out of the way. Going to go into the head, into the body for number 5, and then we're going to do this once more. Number 6 of the body, and single crochet. All up here, we've joined our head and body pieces together for 6 stitches. These stitches are no longer going to count as a stitch in our round. We're only going to be working in the free stitches in both the body and the head. When these two pieces were separate, we finished off with 24 stitches in total in the head and 30 stitches in total in the body. We've just reduced both of those by 6. So we should have 18 free stitches left in the head and 24 free stitches left in the body. Round 12 is going to start directly after we've done those 6 joining single crochet. Our first stitch of round 12 will go into the next free stitch of the body. So this is my last joining single crochet here, single crochet number 6. This next free stitch is going to be stitch 1 of round 12. I'm going to pop a single crochet into that, and then I'm going to place my stitch marker there. Round number 12 is just going to be 42 single crochet. The first one we've already done in the first stitch here where our stitch marker is, and then we're going to do 24 single crochet in the body and then 18 single crochet in the head. So I've just done the 24th single crochet in the body. When you get to this point, you're going to skip over the 2 stitches that have joined the head and body together. If I bring this up nice and close, focus up there, you can hopefully see the yarn where they're joined together. So I'm going to skip those 2, work into the next free stitch, which will be the first single crochet I do in the head. And then from there, I just want to do 18 in total all the way around the head, working into all the free stitches. In round 13, we're going to decrease 12 times. The first 6 times are going to be across the body, and then the remaining 6 times will be across the head. So to begin, we're going to do 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeated 6 times. And then after that 6th decrease, we're then going to repeat 1 single crochet, 1 decrease across the head. In round 14, we're going back to decreasing just 6 times per round, and round 14 is 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeated 6 times. After round 14, secure your end. We're first going to add the eyes, and then we're going to add the first bit of stuffing. With the eyes, you want to put in your 12mm eyes first, the larger ones, because they're going to go in the center. We're inserting the eyes between rounds 4 and 5, so start at the first round of the head, count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I put these about 1 or 2 stitches apart, but it's really down to personal preference, so just do what you think looks best. And I think that ended up a little bit too close together, so I'm going to move this 1 stitch across. And then we're going to put the 9mm eyes, the smaller eyes, on either side of those. So I'm just going to put this one here, and then the other one on the opposite side. So I'm only putting these about 1 stitch apart. And before you put any of the backs on, just look at your eyes, see how you think they look. If they need any adjusting, go ahead and do that. But if you think they look alright, you can pop the backs on. Alright, and then once the eyes are in, we're going to add a bit of stuffing to both the head and the body sections. And then when you've done all that, we're going to continue on with round 15, which is 2 single crochet and a decrease repeated 6 times. Round 16 is 1 single crochet and a decrease repeated 6 times. If you need to add any more stuffing, I would recommend that you do it at this point before we crochet our final round. And once you've added that remaining stuffing, we're going to crochet the final round, which is round 17, and that's just 6 decreases. When you've finished round 17, cut yourself a short yarn tail, pull up with your hook, and then for the next step, you'll need to grab your needle. We're going to take our needles and thread the yarn tail we just cut through that, and then we'll close up this hole. To do that, we'll go under the front loops of the last 6 stitches, start behind the first front loop, push your needle under it and forward towards you. And we're going to repeat this for all 6. And 6, and then we're going to pull on the yarn so the hole closes up. Push the needle directly back into the center of the last round, and then just weave it in through the body to secure your end. Snip off the excess, and then we'll go on and crochet the legs. For the legs, you're going to need both colors. I'm going to be starting with my dark color, and with that we're going to put 4 single crochet in a magic circle for round 1. Round 2 is 4 single crochet. Round 3 is 1 increase and then 3 single crochet. Round 4 is 5 single crochet. Round 5 is 1 increase followed by 4 single crochet, and then at the end of this round we're going to change color. So I'll start with my increase, 3, and then on stitch number 4 we're going to change color. You're going to go into the last stitch, yarn over and pull through so you have 2 loops on your hook. I'm going to set that down for a sec and bring in my second color, which is the same color I used for the head and the body. You're going to line your new color up behind the head of your hook. You're going to yarn over in the new color and pull through the 2 loops on your hook. I'm just going to snip off my original color. And then rounds 6 to 9 are each going to be 6 single crochet, or if you prefer, you can just do 24 single crochet consecutively. Once you've finished round 9, we have one more step to go, and that is going to be to single crochet the sides of the leg together. To do that, you're first going to go into the next stitch, so stitch 1 of the previous round, and then we're going to push our hook straight out of the last stitch, stitch number 6. So into stitch 1, straight out of stitch 6, and then we're going to single crochet. We're going to do the same thing twice more. Go into stitch number 2, then straight out of stitch number 5, single crochet, and then into stitch 3, out of stitch 4, and single crochet. Now I'm not going to cut my yarn just yet because there's something we need to discuss. You will need to make 8 legs all up, of which I've made 7 already, 4 for each side. For 3 of these legs, you only need to cut a short little yarn tail because we won't be doing any sewing with that. But on your 4th leg, you'll want to cut a longer yarn tail because we're going to use that to join the legs together, but then sew the legs to the body. So because I've made 3 already, this is going to be my 4th. I'm going to cut a longer yarn tail and pull up with my hook. Once you've crocheted all of your legs, you're going to take the one with the longer yarn tail, and then you're going to line up all of these legs, so the 3 single crochet that we did to join the legs together after round 9, so at the end there. So there, the V's of those stitches are facing up towards you. And I'm leaving these little shorter ends to weave into the body later, but great, I have to do that again. But you can choose to weave those into the legs now if you'd rather hide them first. So we're going to line all these up. Then we're going to take our long yarn end and we're just going to sew these 4 legs together. So I'm going to start with stitch 1. So on my first leg, I'm going to go into stitch 1 of the first leg, into stitch 1 of the second leg, into stitch 1 of the third leg, and get these little tails out of the way, then into stitch 1 of the 4th and final leg. And I'm going to go around those twice so it's nice and secure. So there's 2, 3, and 4. Pull that nice and tight. From here, I'm going to jump down and work through the second stitch of each leg. So I'm going into the second stitch of the last leg, then straight into the second stitch of the third leg, second stitch of the second leg, and then second stitch of the last leg here, or the first leg. Pull that tight, and then I'm going to jump down to the third stitch. So into the third stitch of this first leg, third stitch of the second leg, third stitch of the third, and finally the third stitch of the fourth. If you prefer to make this really secure, you can go back and forth a couple of times, but I find that once I sew these onto the body, they stay there just fine, so you don't really have to do that. We're going to do that for both sets of legs. Then when that's done, I'm just going to set these aside for now because we will need to crochet a couple more little pieces before we can begin the assembly. The first of those pieces are going to be the fangs. And this is a really simple pattern because they're nice and small. We're going to begin by making a slip knot and then chaining 3. 1, 2, and 3. In the second stitch from the hook, we're going to do a picot stitch. To crochet that, we're going to start by doing a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. The next step is to work into the back bump of the first chain, and I mean the first chain that we just crocheted, not the original one down here. The back bump is the little bit of yarn that's behind your stitches, so if you look at them from front on, they look like little V's. If you turn those over, there's these little bumps of yarn behind them. We want the little bump from the first chain. We're going to push our hook into that, and we're going to single crochet into there. And then to finish off, we're just going to single crochet in the first chain from our original chain, the one we used to start. And that's how we crochet the fangs. You'll need to crochet 2 of those, and then the only thing we have left to crochet after that is the little patch to go on the back. For the back patch, I'm also going to be using my darker colored yarn. We're going to begin with a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 6. Starting in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do 5 single crochet. And 5. For row 2, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and single crochet 2 together, then do 3 single crochet. To crochet the single crochet 2 together, you go into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through, go straight into the second stitch, yarn over and pull through again, and this will leave you with 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. After that, single crochet 2 together, we're just going to do 3 single crochet and 3. Row 3 is chain, turn, single crochet 2 together and 2 single crochet. Row 4, chain 1, turn your work, single crochet 2 together and 1 single crochet. Row 5, chain 1, turn your work. This time we're going to do an increase, and an increase is just 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And after that increase, we're going to do 1 single crochet. Row 6, chain 1, turn your work, 1 increase, and then 2 single crochet. Row 7, chain 1, turn your work, increase followed by 3 single crochet. And then row 8, which is our final row, is just chain 1, turn your work, and 5 single crochet. We'll need to leave a fairly long tail for sewing, and with that we can begin assembly. While I've got it here, I'm going to start with the back patch. All we do is just line that up with, or line the bottom here up with the join between the body and the head. So I'm going to pop that there, pin it down and sew it in place. If you prefer to weave this end in from the slip knot through the backs of your stitches, you can, but I'll be weaving mine in through the body because I find that easier. The next thing we're going to sew on are the fangs, and you've got a couple of options here. You can either have them with the point facing downwards like that, or you can put it with the fang facing inwards, so like this. So that's going to be up to you how you want to place them. I'm going to put mine facing downwards, and we're just going to place these directly below the eyes. And that's the fangs done. The final pieces that we need to sew on are the legs, and because we join them together, it's really reduced those 8 down just to 2 pieces. We're going to use the longer tail end to sew these on, and as I mentioned before, I'm just going to weave these shorter ends into the body to secure them. We're going to place the legs in between the head and the body, so on the join, just below where the back patch ends. I'm going to stick those like this, and then I'm going to do the same for the other legs on the other side. And there we go, little spider, all complete. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.